there. Good morning. My name's Andrea Mathis, and this is my husband Eric, and our kids Addie and Eliza sporting the chef hats, our little chefs in training. We started coming to this church in 2013 as a fresh-faced, newly engaged couple exploring churches where we might have our wedding, but also where we might choose to spend our Sunday mornings. We initially came for the music. We actually started dating through a mutual friend who is currently sitting at the organ. Hi, Lynette. But we ended up staying at First Baptist for a variety of reasons, one of which is the strong sense of intentional community building that happens here. In our 12 plus years walking through those doors, we've made strong connections with many of you, some of whom we now consider our Halifax family. Those strong connections and sense of belonging have largely been built around food, as we do here at First Baptist. Food prepared and served in our church kitchen. As you're likely aware by now, we have been raising funds for a new kitchen and a gathering space here at First Baptist. So we'd like to share a couple of our memories with you surrounding food and our experiences in the old kitchen from our perspective as a young-ish family.
We think back to the not-so-distant past, before our church began the property redevelopment work, to monthly themed dinners for families on Sunday nights. Think Irish stew and soda bread around St. Patrick's Day, tacos and enchiladas for Cinco de Mayo, Thanksgiving dinners for folks like us that don't have family in the area. We made an effort to attend these dinners almost every month, our toddlers in tow. As two tired new parents, it was certainly a nice break from having to cook an entire meal and clean up afterward. But what was equally enjoyable was what happened after those meals, sitting around folding tables with people we might not have had the chance to connect with on Sunday morning. Hearing their stories, sharing in their struggles, while our little kids chased and played hide and seek with the big kids, Malachi, Wendell, and Addison.
Honestly, for me, those Sunday night meals reminded me of the big Sunday suppers I had at my grandmother's house growing up in New Brunswick. They weren't so much about the food. Often my grandmother would throw together a meal of slightly burnt pancakes and fried green tomatoes. But the familiar rhythm and the ritual of gathering with my aunts, uncles, and cousins was something that grounded me throughout my childhood, and is something that we are striving to recreate for our kids, even without blood relatives close by. I'll share one more very specific memory I have of our church kitchen, of making fresh muffins for summer Sunday worship a couple of years ago. I love to bake. In fact, some of you may remember that I am the reigning cupcake competition champion. Thank you very much. Not yet dethroned, so perhaps we'll get back to that with a new kitchen. And I'll win my second title, of course. Anyway, I had signed up to help make the muffins for that Sunday alongside a newcomer mom and her son Rex, who was 10 years old. Rex and his mom had never really baked before, but both were keen to learn and help. So guiding them through the recipe, separating the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients, helping Rex with his fractions and doubling the recipe, and then sharing in the satisfaction of opening the oven and sharing these hot muffins. It is a special memory for me. And I like to think in that moment, we helped Rex and his mom feel a little bit less isolated in a new country, and that during their time at First Baptist, they were extended the welcoming love of Jesus through something as simple as freshly baked muffins.
This is what this new kitchen project is all about. It's more than a brick and mortar campaign to build a shiny new space that will only be used by a handful of us. The vision for this kitchen is truly in alignment with our values as a congregation. It is accessible, inclusive, and built with the intention of fostering meaningful relationships through making, doing, gathering, and savoring. Thank you all for your supporting this project, and we look forward to enjoying the connection and ministry that will happen within those walls.